Beerzerker. It's a glass of wine out of Australia. It is the Black Chook Shiraz Viognier blend 2014. Got like 10 freaking medals above 90 points on the label. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Wine of Australia. Check out the label. Nice simple label on here. 14.5% alcohol by volume. And Viognier is a white grape. Shiraz is a very red grape. And they tend to throw just a little bit of Viognier in these blends sometimes for the magical shit that it does. So we're at 96% Shiraz and 4% Viognier. This is from the Ben Riggs winemaker or whatever. Anyway, been letting this breathe for a while. Opened it up earlier with supper. Some hamburger and spinach, caramelized onions, and pierogies. Smelling really good. Used to drink a ton of Australian Shiraz way back in the day. We're talking like 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003. Smelling kind of odd. Almost like a bit of piss in there. Honest, it's smelling salty. This is wicked heavy. But like basic up front. We're not getting a whole lot of acidity. Very creamy, very smooth up front. Kind of paste. No, I wouldn't say like pasty. It's not gritty. But it's a big, thick, bland tasting wine up front. And then you get like a whole lot of like blackberries and like sweet, rich berries in the finish. And then you get your acidity and the burn. Of course, we're at 14.5. That's probably providing a little bit of burn as well. I would definitely recommend at least half an hour to an hour for sure of breathe time. I let this sit for a few hours, maybe 3, with the cap on, with a big glass taken out. So basically the verdict is this at least a 90-point Shiraz? I'm going to say yeah. This is the best Shiraz I've had out of Australia maybe ever. And definitely one of the enjoyable Shirazes I've had for a long time out of Australia, because a lot of them haven't been that great the past few years I've been drinking. So I went to other countries for Shiraz and had a little better luck. Some of it's probably the fault of some of the producers and stuff. You get some cloudy Shirazes, and not just from Australia, where I think they stabilize too soon, and then you get a very cloudy wine that's very tart, very sour. I believe that's what causes that, but I could be wrong. I don't know. This one's very unique. Very heavy. There's a lot of flavor, but yet it's kind of subdued. And a little underdriven. You know, at least we don't have an acid bomb here, but it's like, there's a lot of flavor, but it's a little bit subdued in a way. Like, it's like a rich flavor. It's a rich wine. It's really rich. It's fucking heavy, heavy shit. Of course, this is fairly new. I mean, it's only 2016 now. It's just January 2016. This was 2014. Like, this is a fairly new bottle. Yeah, heavy duty shit though. Spicy, getting some spiciness in the finish. Nice and dry. A little bit of raspberry tartness in the aftertaste. A lot of heavy blackberry jam going on. And this is brewed for quite a while. Backwards, reversing back into the breathe time. It's a little bit more impressive than this. So I guess I don't let it breathe too long. Some awesome tannins going on in here. Awesome. A nice oakiness. You can tell there's a lot of acidity in here, but there's just such a jammy quality to the grape that it's just kind of, it's kind of like, you can take cayenne pepper, and when you mix it with like brown sugar and cook it down to have with your like Thai food, you know what I'm saying? You'd say, oh, all that cayenne pepper is going to give me the shits, and it's going to burn my stomach. But you know what? The sweetness from the sugar neutralizes it out, and that's kind of what we got going on here. It's kind of like you're getting the best of both worlds. You're getting the cayenne pepper, but you're also getting the sugar, which mellows it out, so you can still taste it. Roll your chicken in it, which normally if you did that, it'd blow your head off. But this doesn't. And that's kind of like your jammy qualities are overriding the acid. You're still getting the tannins. I would say this is one that's almost out of my league for food pairings. I'm going to suggest liver and, of course, like a nice rib steak, something like that. But you might almost need some kind of magic cuisine and pairings to really get this wine to sing, you know what I mean? To really complement the food, I think you may want to, I don't know, either figure it out on your own or talk to someone. I don't know. I don't think I can help you. I'm going to say wild game. I'm going to say venison, something like that. Yeah, you could probably even do it next to a pheasant if you had the right treatment on the bird, you know what I'm saying? You know. Yeah, you need some gamey meats with this. I don't think regular beef is going to really do it. You need wild game with this one. Beerzerker, and I'm out. I'm going to rate it. I'm going to rate it the same. I'm going to rate it 90. It's really more full than any other Shiraz I've ever had. I'm getting more aftertaste, more tannins, more spice, more everything now that it's settling in than any other Shiraz I've ever had in my life. Doesn't mean that this is the type of profile that I want to drink all the time, because I kind of going into the South African Shiraz, you know what I'm saying? But like, this, now that I'm getting into it more and getting down in this bottle, this is it's kind of a mind-bending Shiraz. Viognier. I'm just going to call it a Shiraz. This is I'm pulling out like a ton of oak here. I don't know if they put it in oak or not, but I am just tasting an ass ton of oak here. So I'm going to call it a solid 90 wine, but it's really dancing, it's singing. I mean, it's pretty complex, pretty heavy, pretty serious shit. I definitely recommend picking this up, especially for the value point, because anything that I buy is under $20. I mean, I bought this, at least a couple months ago or something, but it was definitely under $20. That's all I know, because I never spend more than that. So I'm gonna say yeah, fucking green light on this one. You should probably pick this shit up, Beerzerker, and I'm out. Yeah.